You are now tuned in to the Bay Talks. Let's get it. So I'm looking through other little videos. I run across Vlad interview with Boosie, the first interview of 2023 they calling it. And it's one snippet, about a 7-minute snippet of Lil Boosie and his opinion on Terrence Gangsta Williams, which is Birdman's brother out of New Orleans. And what he thought about the fact that he got out of jail for snitching on some of his partners, who committed murders, and now they're dead. Well, not they're dead now because of the murders, but they're dead because of the lifestyle. Boosie said he didn't agree. He said he looked up to Terrence the Gangsta Williams because he stood on exactly what he stood for, which was, not taking no shit from nobody, and if anybody disrespect that, they was gonna have to face the consequences. So Vlad then went on to say, since you feel like that about Terrence the Gangsta Williams, how do you feel about T.I. telling? How do you feel about T.I. Allegedly telling on one of his dead family members to get out of jail or to get a lesser charge or whatever the case may be? And Boosie said that if T.I. had any involvement with a criminal lifestyle and he ended up having to tell on somebody to get a lesser charge, dead or not, he a rat. So the craziness about that is, shit, T.I. and Boosie was just, spotted in several videos, especially the ones getting back at Charleston White for talking about their children. So I thought they were more solidly connected than what I assumed. Boosie, I mean, you've been around the game for a long time. I'm pretty sure this isn't the first time that you've seen or heard about T.I. having to cop to a lesser charge. So he did a couple of Crime Stopper commercials, which people were calling him a rat for doing those commercials, or even being involved with, potentially telling somebody to call in if you see some crime happening. Because if you're a part of the crime life, how you gonna tell somebody else to tell on somebody if you see it? Excuse me. So yeah, then T.I. fires back and he says, Boosie, I thought we was bigger than that. You my boy, you know my address, you know my phone number. I thought you was my boy. You could have asked me for the paperwork before you went on a national platform and decided to call me a rat in front of millions of fans or millions of viewers. Which I agree, man. Sometimes you gotta hold your mouth. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep your mouth closed before you just put assumptions out there on people, because just that validation alone from Boosie can mean millions of people thinking that T.I. is a rat. You know what I mean? I mean, if he is, he is. If he's not, you know what I mean? That's the part where you have a situation. You know what I mean? You have to be 100%. You have to be 100% for sure, about making them type of allegations against anybody, man. And especially somebody who's prided themselves on coming from the streets and, being about that life, such as T.I. And then Boosie even went on to say that he had an album that was projected to come out this year sometime with T.I. And because of those allegations that T.I. is hit with again, it's already been said and done, but I mean, like I said, you've been around the game for a long time now. All of a sudden, this is new information to you, and you don't want to put the album out. Y'all done already hung out and everything else. But I guess T.I. did go on a podcast, or on his podcast recently, and he he spoke up on that information again. So maybe that's what kind of opened Boosie's ears to what could have happened in that situation. But again, man, it's just crazy, man, to see all of this shit unfolding, and how gangster you really have to be nowadays in order to even be in the same room as somebody like Boosie or anybody else. Like, you can't have a smidge on your gangster, man. You can't have a smidge of fuckery on your name. Otherwise, man, you missing out on money, I guess, nowadays. It's crime or nothing. But we definitely need to change that angle, man, in our community. And, bring this real hip-hop shit back, man, because we got some dope lyricists, some dope artists out there, and they can't be seen. They can't shine like they need to because we got this fuckery in the way. But, man, y'all leave a comment down below, man. Hit that like and subscribe button if you're feeling the content. And definitely comment and let me know what y'all think about the situation. Let me know if y'all got some advice on some new topics we can bring up. And, yeah, man, this has been Bay Talks. We signing out in a minute.